Hello friends, welcome to my channel Banerjee's Educational. Today we will study about endocrine system. Endocrine system is a system of ductless glands in our body. All those glands which release their secretions into the bloodstream. The main secretions of these glands are known as hormones. The very first gland that we are going to start with is pituitary gland or hypophysis cerebri. The figure that you are seeing is that of pituitary gland. It is an ovoid neuroglandular body suspended from the floor of third ventricle by a pituitary stalk called infundibulum. In Greek, hypophysis means lying under the brain. It represents the remains of Rathke's pouch. It is present in the sphenoid bone within a cavity called sella turcica. It has got three lobes. The anterior lobe or adenohypophysis. This part is concerned with secretions of trophic hormones which stimulate other endocrine glands to secrete their hormones. For example, adrenocorticotrophic hormone, we call it ACTH. The second lobe is the posterior lobe or neurohypophysis. This part is concerned with releasing of neurohormones like vasopressin or ADH from both the sexes and oxytocin in females only. In between the adenohypophysis and the neurohypophysis, there is a short stretch of nervous tissue called pars intermedia. It secretes melanocyte stimulating hormone called MSH, which is concerned with melanin secretion from the skin. The next endocrine gland is called thyroid gland. In fact, this is the largest endocrine gland. The figure given is thyroid. It is a butterfly shaped gland lying in front of the neck below the Adam's apple along the front of windpipe. It has got two lobes connected by a bridge called isthmus. It is highly vascular, brownish red in color. The posterior aspect of thyroid is supplied by inferior thyroid arteries. The veins drain into thyroid plexus. Collateral circulation by superior thyroid arteries, laryngeal and esophageal arteries. Thyroid uses iodine of food to make triiodothyronine or T3 and thyroxine or T4. The gland weighs about 10 to 15 gram. It arises from downward outpouching of pharyngeal floor. Its remnant is known as thyroglossal tract. The lobes and isthmus contain glandular sacs called follicles, which are lined with follicular cells filled with colloidal fluid containing thyroglobulin, which is a prohormone. Thyroxine is formed from tyrosine and iodine. The regulation of T3 and T4 are stimulated by thyrotropin releasing hormone from the hypothalamus and thyrotropin from adenohypophysis. Graves' ophthalmopathy is caused during thyroid dysfunction. The C cells of thyroid produce a hormone called calcitonin that can lower the serum calcium levels by inhibiting resorption of bones. The hyposecretion of thyroid causes three diseases. Number one is simple goiter. It is caused due to iodine deficiency or thyroid inflammation, mainly in the people living away from sea coasts. The second disease is called cretinism or congenital hypothyroidism. It is due to maternal iodine deficiency. The symptoms include mental retardation, stunted growth, thickened face, yellowing of skin, floppiness, umbilical hernia, sexual degradation, muscle spasticity, autistic behavior, and mutism. The third disease is caused in adults known as myxedema. Myxedema occurs due to long standing undiagnosed hypothyroidism and becomes a systemic illness. It can result from autoimmune thyroiditis. Its symptoms are respiratory depression, hypothermia, confusion or mental slowness, swelling of skin like lips, eyelids, lower legs, and the likes. It can cause coma. It can cause seizures, that is, changes in brain's electrical activity. The hypersecretion causes exophthalmic goiter and plumber's disease. Exophthalmic goiter has the following symptoms. The person suffering from this disease shows bulging red and swollen eyes, which severe can lead to vision loss. Graves' dermopathy with reddish skin. The person suffer from fever with rapid pulse and delirium. They can cause weak, brittle bones. It causes atrial fibrillation, increasing risk of stroke. It causes weight loss despite normal eating habits and reduced libido. There are frequent bowel movements causing fine tremor of hands and fingers. The other disease is plumber's disease, which is also known as toxic multinodular goiter. It occurs usually in older people of unknown etiology. It causes accelerated heart rate, obstruction in breathing and swallowing. It causes benign tumor of thyroid and also silent lymphocytic thyroiditis. The other endocrine gland is islets of Langerhans or endocrine pancreas. It was discovered by a German anatomist, Paul Langerhans, in 1869. The location of pancreas is behind the stomach and surrounded by spleen, liver, and duodenum. Endocrine pancreas contains alpha cells, beta cells, delta cells, F cells, and C cells. Alpha cells secrete glucagon, beta cells secrete insulin, delta cells somatostatin, F cells pancreatic polypeptide, and C cells have no known function. Alpha cells secrete glucagon, which helps in gluconeogenesis or glycogenolysis. It increases glucose level in blood. It is a peptide hormone which stimulates liver to convert its glycogen into glucose. Its deficiency causes hypoglycemia and may cause impairment of brain function. The delta cells secrete hormone somatostatin. Such kind of cells are also found in stomach and intestine. Ghrelin is a polypeptide hormone that can stimulate somatostatin secretion and inhibit the release of insulin. Somatostatin is also known as GHIH or growth hormone inhibiting hormone or SRIF called somatotropin releasing inhibiting factor. Somatostatin can inhibit glucagon secretion, insulin secretion, and PP release and negatively regulates alpha and beta cell functions. The F cells or PP cells is 36 amino acid peptide. It contains electron dense sensory granules bounded by membrane. Peptide is released postprandially, regulated via vagus nerve, stimulated from cholinergic agents, also stimulated by arginine. It inhibits glucagon secretion at low glucose concentration. Beta cells secrete insulin, which is a protein hormone. It stimulates glycogenesis. It acts as anabolic hormone and lower blood glucose level. Its hyposecretion causes diabetes mellitus. It is also known as type 1 diabetes. Type 1 diabetes occurs when immune system destroys beta cells. It causes dehydration due to excess urine, weight loss since calories are removed from the body. It causes diabetic ketoacidosis due to extra glucose and acid buildup. It causes nerve damage and blood vessels damage. Type 2 diabetes, also known as NIDDM, it is caused when pancreas is unable to produce enough insulin. So it is non-insulin dependent diabetes mellitus. It causes hyperglycemia, polyuria, polydipsia, polyphagia, and glucosuria. So, friends, we come to an end of this part of endocrine system. Please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.